Paid for by friends of Larry Ishmael for Congress.
Good evening. My name is Larry Ishmael, and I'm running for Congress in the 1st Congressional District. The reason I'm running is that, like many of you, I am sick and tired of the bitter partisan politics that have divided this nation. A famous philosopher once said that when you get like-minded people together in a room, they tend to gravitate towards the extremes of their shared beliefs. And that's exactly what's happening in Congress today. The Democrats have gone their way, the Republicans have gone their way, and they sit on either side of a giant chasm that's filled with all the work that needs to be done for Americans, for people in the 1st Congressional District, for the state, and the nation. My promise to you is that I am willing to cross that divide where necessary in order to bring home work for Washingtonians.
My name is Larry Ishmael, and I'm announcing my candidacy for the 1st Congressional District. The video you've just seen of me was in 2006 when I first announced for the U.S. Congress in the 1st Congressional District. I had a similar film again in 2008 when I ran the second time around. In 2010, I was busy working on my PhD in economics with a specialization in sustainable development and chose not to run at that time. However, the same thing that I was concerned about in 2006 is still true today. As I talked about, the political parties are controlling what's happening in the U.S. Congress, both in the House and in the Senate. And the way this works is, when they get together in their individual caucuses, they tend to gravitate towards the extreme of their shared beliefs. So by having some ultra-conservatives in the Republican side, it pulls the Republicans off to the right. And with the Democrats having some ultra-liberals in there, it pulls that caucus off to the far left. So all that area in between is the work that needs to be done. But because the way it works is this, that whenever somebody from one party tries to cross the aisle and meet someone from the other party halfway, they get hammered by their party. In other words, they are told that they will not get a special committee assignment or a special committee chairmanship, or they won't get money from a specific special interest group if they don't toe the party line. And so, as a consequence, nobody is representing you or me. In fact, I'll tell you the 3 groups that are currently being represented in Congress. The first group, as I stated, is the political party. So, as I stated, they will not be willing to cross the aisle because they're too busy posturing in order to win the presidency in 2012, or to win majority in the Senate in 2012, or to keep a majority in the House in 2012. And as a result, their objective is to make the other party look bad. And so both parties are playing this ridiculous zero-sum game. The losers in this are you and me, because nobody's out there representing us. The second group that is running the U.S. Congress are the special interest groups. So that whether it's the fat cats on Wall Street on the right side, or if it's the union bosses on the left side, both of these groups are spending hundreds of millions of dollars to get their candidates elected so that they will implement laws that are favorable to that specific special interest. Over time, this has become quite an illegal thing to happen in any foreign country, but in the United States of America, we've made bribery legal through this special interest fiasco that we have going on in Congress today. And then the third group that these politicians represent in Washington, D.C. is that of themselves. In other words, politicians tend to have a pretty big ego, and therefore each and every one of them aspires to move up the political ladder in terms of important jobs, whether it's moving from the House to the Senate or the Senate to the presidency or whatever the case may be. That is their objective. So these 3 groups again are the political party, special interest groups, and themselves. My promise to you is, if you will elect me to the U.S. Congress and represent you, members of the 1st Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives, I promise to be straightforward and honest with you. I promise to do my best to do my duty of representing you in Congress, not these special 3 groups that are currently the only ones being represented.